everyone, this is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs, and I'm getting ready to just record a quick video on a Tiny Treasures basket and tray. I have done the tray already, so this is it, and I have my clips in it. It is actually pretty good size. The tray is 8 by 6 by 2.5. That's what this is. I just used cotton and fold over elastic. And these are just little leather scraps that I had. I would have thrown them away probably. So I just used those. But this is the small tray. So I'm getting ready to do the basket. And it's just, this is a free pattern, by the way. So I would go download it. It's you can get it at Robert Kaufman Fabrics. It's a free pattern designed by Anna Graham from Noodlehead. But you can get it on Robert Kaufman's website. I'll link it in the description. But here's the pattern. So you get a small one and a large one. I'm going to record the large one. I am doing the small one on a live tonight. So you'll be able to watch that if you want to. I'd love for you to be there. So this this one that I made, I used Luxe Fuse, and then I used a fusible fleece. She in the pattern calls for stiffer interfacing, and I didn't do it. I should have, but I didn't do it, and I regret not doing it. This is all cotton fabric, quilting cotton, so it does. I would highly suggest you use thicker interfacing. So this I used some, oh gosh, I think it's So Fuse Plus. It's pretty stiff woven interfacing, and then on the outside piece I used Luxe Fuse. I went ahead and used that again. So these are just square pieces. In the pattern she gives you a template to mark your corners here, just like this. So we're going to sew here on all 4 corners on the lining and the exterior. Now, the other thing that I didn't do, and I left it because I'm using quilting cotton, is she suggests leaving the interfacing out of your little triangles here, your corners. I didn't have any trouble with this one, but obviously I'm using my fabricator. I would recommend doing it, leaving the interfacing out of the corners. So what she says is cut your interfacing, trim out the corners, and then attach it to your piece. So I would recommend that you do that. So now all we're going to do is sew each corner, and I'll move you over so you can see. Thanks for watching. I forgot to mention the most important thing today is look at my t-shirt. It's a beautiful thing t-shirt. This is my first one, and I just did black on white, but I'm offering 3 colors: white with black lettering, black with white lettering, and pink with black lettering. It's available on my website. I'm not making a bunch of money on them. It's pretty much for cost, but I've got small to 5XL. This, just for purposes of, you know, I'm a chunky girl. This is a 2XL. Plenty of room. But I like my t-shirts loose. I don't like tight t-shirts. Normally, I probably, if I wanted to wear it, you know, like a normal shirt, I'd get an XL. But I always, on t-shirts, size one side up. So they're available on my website if you want one. Thanks. All right, let's get started. All right, so I am just going to sew all my corners. Now these corners, I'm going to decrease my stitch length, but they're not a normal dart, just FYI. They have a little shape to them. So this is the basket size that I'm making right now. On my live tonight, I'll be making the tray size. Back stitch well. And I'm using Text 45 from Wizardry Stitchery. Just FYI, because Saya is having a big thread sale this weekend. July 12th through the 14th, 2024. I've already got my basket loaded for tomorrow. Not that I need any more thread, but you know, never hurts to have it. That's what I say. Oh, I think I hear my oven going off. Okay, let me go see. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a cute basket. All right, now we're just going to trim these. And I'm just trimming them to a little more than 1/4. And then get a really sharp pair of scissors, and we're going to trim up into that dart. Don't obviously cut your stitches. Try and avoid that. And just get as far as you can up in there. Oh, there goes my oven. I can hear it. Okay, let me go get it. All right, let's do these other 4 on our lining. And I'm using a stitch length of 3 on cotton quilting. If this was leather or vinyl, I would probably use a stitch length of 4. You don't want to over perforate either of those. But since this is cotton, I'm pretty comfortable using a stitch length of 3. Look at me, I am hitting my waste basket. I know, it's kind of scary. I just vacuumed in here. So we are having for dinner, I'll just tell you what we're having. About once a month we have this. I make really good twice baked potatoes. And normally when I have time, I like to cook them well in advance. I mean, it's only 1:30 in the afternoon. So they're already done out of the oven, but that gives them time to cool. And they're so much easier to scrape out when they're cool. Otherwise they just fall apart and it just becomes kind of a mess. So we have twice baked potato, and Tony's gonna do some little steaks on the grill. And we'll have some vegetables. We don't have it very often, but it is so nice to have. I say it's probably one of my top meals. Twice baked potatoes, how can you go wrong? All right, these are pretty good size. I'm kind of surprised. All right, so turn your your exterior right side out and poke out your little darts. This is a good sized basket. I'm actually surprised. I love free patterns too. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to put our lining right inside there. I am going to just nestle my seams, one going one way and one going the other way, so it's not too bulky. Let's see how this looks. She even says in the pattern that you have to kind of work it to fit it in. I did not have that issue with my little one, the tray. So let's see how this one goes. Yeah, so far looks like it's gonna fit perfect. Yeah, this one is just a little bigger. Let's see how this is. The nice thing about this pattern, you know, the small basket that I usually have here, you have to turn through a really tiny turning hole. It's doable. It works fine. I have made many. This is kind of nice because the top is, you put binding on the top, which is not hard to do. Get this down in there. I was needing, you know, today I was needing something simple to do. Do you ever have those days when you really just got to do something very simple? I'm not in a sewing funk, but I just needed something that was easy to cut out and I could get right to sewing. So this is it for me. Yeah, it fits really good, except for that right there. I think once I get it sewn, I'll be able to nestle it in there. All right, now I'm just gonna baste it around the top. 1/8 of an inch from the top. And I'll increase my stitch length. Yeah, I can already tell that the stiffer interfacing on this one is better. Now I'm just going to even up my top here. And I'm just going to use fold over elastic just so these will be a matching set. Is it the best option? Probably not. Waterproof canvas or something like that is probably a better option, or even some of this, which I haven't really used yet, but it doesn't really go with that. So use it. All right. Let's do it. Fold over elastic. I'm going to sew it from the inside. Let me think about that. Yeah, I'll sew it from the inside. This is a pretty large basket. I do have handles that I made out of vinyl. So here are my two handles. It's just a 1.5 inch piece folded over, so there's a raw edge, and I'm going to attach them with rivets, just like the pattern calls for. So these are attached with rivets too. They just suggest you put them differently. So there's just a rivet right through there. We shall see. So why did I decide to do t-shirts? Well, I have people asking me for them, believe it or not. And I found someone in my neighborhood that has a company that does all kinds of screen printing and all kinds of logo work. He has a full-blown company. And I just asked him, I said, so what would you charge, you know, for t-shirts if I don't want to keep them in stock? And he said, oh, I can do, if you can get a pre-order of 12, then I can do them at this price. And this t-shirt is very soft. It's very nice. Now, I haven't washed it yet, but he tells me that it washes perfectly. It's not a HTV transfer thing. It's a screen print. So it will last much longer. So we'll see. We shall see. All right, let's do this. So I'm just going to look on, see if I got it on there pretty evenly. Yeah, okay. And let's do our binding. Now you could do cotton binding. Actually, that's what the pattern calls for, is cotton binding. And that would absolutely work too. I'm using a little more than 1/4 of an inch to attach my binding. Let me see. Perfect. Okay. Look at me hitting the trash can. Wow. I always try, but I'm not always successful with the old trash can. Let me cut some of this off. It's too much. Since this is pretty visible, I'm just trying to get it as straight as I can. Okay, not bad. Pretty good, actually. Okay. Yeah, I would, even though this, if you're gonna use cotton, I would still leave the interfacing out of the corners. I think it would be better, honestly. But look at the size of that basket. It's so cute. All right, then she tells you to put your handles 2 inches from each side. And I'm gonna do 1 inch from the top. Let me see. Seems kind of wide. Let me just look and see how this looks. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna do 3 inches. Let me see how that looks. There. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. All right. So I'm just putting my holes in my handle. And I'm going up about 3/8 of an inch. Trying to think about what I'm going to put in this basket. What could I put in it? All right, then I'm going to punch my holes here, and I'm going to do them just outside of my mark. Okay, let's see how that looks. Make sure you don't have your handle twisted. Perfect. That's perfect. So what I did, let me just tell you, oops. From the corner, I did 2.75 inches. 1 inch down. Yep, I like that, actually. 1 inch down, 2.75. Yep. Okay. Let's add it. I'll go press them. And I'm just looking to see which is the nicer side. I don't think it really matters, honestly. What could I put in this, guys? You know what would be really fun is to use waterproof canvas and put this in your bathroom. For toiletries and stuff. All right, let me go press it. Here it is. This is the Tiny Treasures basket. And this is called the tray. Let me empty this so you can see the insides. The difference. So here's the tray. And this is how she suggests putting the handles on. These are just little leather scraps. 4x1, and I folded it over so there is a raw edge on one side. And then this is the basket. This is vinyl. I didn't use leather. I have a little tray. Let me get it. There we go. So here they are, the basket and the tray. Now, they go inside each other. Very cute. Couple recommendations. I would sew the elastic on from the outside so you have a straighter edge. I didn't do it completely straight. So always do it from the outside. I did it from the inside. I don't know what I was thinking. And I would definitely keep your interfacing out of your darts because it's kind of bunchy in there. You don't need it in there. But definitely use the stiffer interfacing. So this one had SoFuse Plus, which is a woven interfacing that's pretty stiff. And then LuxFuse. You could use Decaville Light, honestly. Decaville Light is so expensive that I don't have that much of it, so I didn't want to use it for these. But this is a little more flimsy than this one, but it's fine. Oh, so cute. The Tiny Treasures basket and tray. We're doing the tray live tonight. What is today? 7/11, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to join us, or you can go back and look at that because that'll probably happen before you see this. So cute. It's a free pattern. I'll link it below in the description. The basket and the tray. Cute. Very cute. Thanks for watching. Be sure to go check out my website. I have 3 finishes in hardware. I have antique gold, antique brass, antique gold, matte black, and matte rainbow. All in stock, except for a few items that I'm getting probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And I have zipper tape, black matte zipper tape in 8 colors. And then I have a huge sale section going on for items that I've sewn on YouTube. I'm just trying to recoup some of my costs, so there's a huge collection that says sample sale. So go check it out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.